Saginaw Arthur Hill was no match for our Davidson Cardinals, bringing them one step closer to the playoffs.
The UAW strike has finally slowed down and an agreement has been struck, signaling the possible end of a long conflict.
And our Davidson Cardinal marching band headed out for a competition this Saturday and showed what it meant to never give up with their show Invincible. DTV News starts right now.
The strikers and GM have reached a tentative agreement. Good afternoon, Davidson. I'm Drew Ritter.
And I'm Morgan Welch. Trevor Cherney joins us in the studio to give us deeper details into this month-long strike for a better contract.
Thanks, Morgan. GM and the UAW have reached this agreement, but it needs to be voted on by nearly 49,000 UAW members. We went to the front lines right in the middle of the strike. All day, night long, cars come out honking to support workers who are standing up to their employer. Nearly 50,000 United Auto Worker members are on strike all over the country at General Motor plants. And on Sunday, September 15th, UAW workers walked off their jobs.
I firmly believe in the union, okay? These people are striking for the right to have the right benefits. And some of those benefits have been taken away from them through history.
It all started back in 2008 when GM went bankrupt and UAW workers had to give up pay and benefits. But 11 years later, GM is booming. And with the union workers' contracts being up, they want to negotiate for a better contract with more pay and benefits.
I am fighting for everything that we've given up and that we deserve to have back. We gave up a lot for this company in order for them to get where they're at.
The UAW strike has been going on for more than a month now, and GM has sent a statement. The company is committed to continuing discussions around the clock to reach a resolution. We continue to negotiate in good faith and have very good proposals that benefit employees today and build a stronger future for all of us. Families are still being affected, but union workers are still fighting. But as the strike lingers on, it's going to get harder for GM workers.
It's hard. It really is a hard time. It's a sad time, but at the same time, this is what we need to do, because if we are not out here fighting for what we deserve, then we're not going to get it, and they're just going to keep taking advantage of us.
Now, again, UAW members still need to vote on this contract with GM, but it's already passed a local 668 in Saginaw over the weekend, and we will continue to keep you updated.
This year's marching band show was all about never giving up and standing tall, as if to say, we are invincible. Davidson made it a point to show the judges just that. Saturday at Brandon High School, over 17 different marching bands performed throughout the day. Davidson stood tall with a score of 89.7, placing third overall out of 5 other marching bands in the A division.
If you don't like your school photo this year or haven't gotten it yet, you still have time. Photo Factory will be here tomorrow to retake your school photo or senior headshots. Senior headshots are due November 15th. See the main office if you have any questions. If you're dead set on going to college, you have a great opportunity. The AccuPlacer testing is taking place tomorrow, October 22nd. Make sure you have an MCC student ID and have signed up in the Career Center to take this test, which will greatly help you prepare for college courses.
If you are an anime fan and there is a meeting today in Miss Sedri's class where you can show off your cosplay you've been working on, have some snacks, and watch some anime. Then on Wednesday, the United Champions will meet in the morning at 7:45, and you can gain community service hours while including and respecting other students by joining. Head to Miss Coron or Miss Orr's room if this is the club for you.
Saginaw Arthur Hill gave the Cardinals their 7th win of... Oh, okay. Oops. I didn't see any call. Friday's football matchup against Saginaw Arthur Hill gave the Cardinals their 7th win of the season.
And the volleyball team put up a fight against the Pure Lightning. Kay Lawrence will bring you those highlights just ahead.
That's how many deaths are caused by underage drinking each year. One out of 10. That's how many high school students will drink and drive.
After losing to Warren de La Salle, our football team was hoping to bounce back against Saginaw Arthur Hill. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Kate Lawrence. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this great game. Brennan Sullivan finds a wide open Luke Milenich, and he's gone. I mean, way gone. 92 yards for the first touchdown of the game, putting the Cards up 7-0. Then Sullivan receives a snap, hands off to Caleb Smith. Wait, scratch that. Sullivan finds Logan Pasco for yet another Cardinal touchdown. Sullivan would have another great game, throwing for 5 touchdowns. Sullivan gets the ball, runs a little bit, then passes it to Harrison Terry, who is patiently waiting in the end zone for another Cardinal touchdown. Sullivan gets the ball after a long pause.
Terry is to the near side.
Finds sophomore Jalen Flowers, and he says bye to the defenders. And speaking of defenders, the Davison defense pitches another shutout, only giving up 19 total yards to Arthur Hill. Great job, guys. Of course, the big game this Friday against Lapeer will be live on DTV at 7 p.m. The game is expected to sell out, so they are pre-selling tickets in the athletic office. Stop by and get your tickets early because you won't want to miss any action. Last Tuesday, the volleyball team tested their skills on the hardwood against the Lapeer Lightning. Although the Cardinals did not come away with the win, they won 2 out of the 5 matches and put up quite the fight. The Lightning brought home the first match 26-24, but our Cardinals bounced back and took home the second, also at 26-4. Lapeer matched our Cardinals with yet another 26-24 victory in the third. But this was not the last they'd see of the Cardinals. Davison beat down the Bull in the fourth match 25-18. Ultimately, Lapeer won the fifth and final match 15-12. In November, the Cardinals will have a second shot at either the Grand Blanc Bobcats or the Lapeer Lightning in districts. Tomorrow at 4, the cross-country teams are headed out to Lake Fenton to compete in the freshman-sophomore Lake Fenton Invite. At 6, the swim team will take on the Brandon Blackhawks at Kersley High. And at 7, the volleyball team will face the Cavaliers away at Carmen Ainsworth. Hey, Maddie, how's the weather looking for tomorrow for our Cardinals that will be on the road?
Well, it'll be looking a little chilly, Kate. What's up, Davison? It's Maddie Dingman for the first time on weather. Let's jump right in. Today, we will have a high of 64 and a low of 48 with PM showers. Tomorrow, we will have a high of 56 and low of 42, and it'll be partly cloudy. On Wednesday, we have a high of 54 and a low of 44, and it'll be partly cloudy again. On Thursday, there will be a high of 52 and a low of 35, and it'll be mostly cloudy. On Friday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 49 and a low of 32. You may want to bundle up as it gets colder for later on in the week. I'll toss it back over to the desk.
Girl Talk is an after-school program over at Hahn for 5th through 8th grade girls, and they're looking for female volunteers. The topics could include diversity, body image, and relationships. The girls meet every Wednesday. Volunteers will earn community service hours as well. The Davison Township's Parks and Recreation also needs some helping hands for several upcoming fun events. On October 25th is the Friendly Forest Special Needs event. The Halloween party is on October 29th, and the Hero Trail Run will be on November 11th. Head on over to our website, dtvnews.org, for more information.
Sometimes scholarships and community service go hand in hand, like this one due November 5th. The Prudential Spirit of Community Award is a $1,000 scholarship, and just by making a difference in your community, you can get some amazing scholarship money. For more details and other scholarship opportunities, you can head down to the guidance office.
Later on DTV, we'll cover the DHS Band Orchestra on Wednesday night at 6:30. And if you can't make it out, DTV will be streaming it live on our YouTube page and on our Charter Channel 191.
For anything Davison you may have missed, follow us on our social media pages for concerts, football games, or highlights. And you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at DTV_official and Facebook and YouTube at DTV News. So guys, Halloween's approaching, and which of us has... So basically, we're just wondering what your favorite movie of the season is. Are you more of an It kind of person? Do you like more lighthearted stuff?
For me, I like the really old scary movies like Friday the 13th and just really old, creepy sort of movies like that.
What about you, Dingman and Maddie?
I actually like more of the fun movies. I actually enjoy Goosebumps.
It's really
I
good.
like Halloween Town that's on Disney. Like every Halloween, my mom and I are always watching it. My family's always watching it. I love Debbie Reynolds, rest in peace. But you know, like the Cromwells, they're my favorites. What about you, Drew?
I really like, it's not quite a Halloween movie, but The Gremlins and Monster House. Two very good movies I like.
I was terrified of that movie as a kid.
Yeah. Well, I've been Drew Ritter, along with Kate Lawrence, Morgan Welch, and Madeline Dingman. Have a swell day, Davison.